Hi guys, it's Christina for Me to Find Creative, and I am back with another process video using my September Killer Kit with Style. And so I'm just kind of showing you there some of the things that I have pulled out of my kit. And so if you've watched a lot of my videos before, you know that I prefer to pull just a few things out of my kit, especially when it is brand new for the month, and kind of limit the supply choices that I have to work with. And I do this because it seems to help me not get stuck in the spot where I have all these fun products and all these choices of things that I want to use and I can't make any decisions. And so I've pulled out this piece of acetate that has these really fun black and white words, and I'm just going to use those along with my cut file to back 3 of the spaces. And so I'm using this really fun bubble cut file, and this is something that I had pulled out specifically trying to use with my September kit. And I have paired it up with this kind of gray and white diagonal stripe background. Because I know I want to put a lot of bright colors along with this particular cut file, I wanted kind of a subtle background. And so I'm just going to get those 3 circles kind of set where I want them to be. And then I have this 4x6 photo that is a black and white photo with some pops of color for certain areas. So it is this little cousin of mine, and so the photo is black and white, but then like some of her chalk art and her hat and things are in color. And so I needed to pull in another paper pad to give me some of these bright colors that I wanted to go along with those pops of bright color in the photo. So I went ahead and grabbed another 12x12 paper pad because if you watched my kit share, you know that I had had a bunch of requests for how to use these particular paper pads. And so this is a paper pad that I had picked up at a big box store. And so I just want to be able to give you guys some additional ideas of what I'm using those things for. So I'm going ahead right now and I've pulled out the patterns that I know that I want to use in these really bright fun colors. And I'm just using my circle punch to make some circles that will go behind some of these spaces. And I'm just trying to kind of vary the patterns and colors that I am using. I have that one little circle dome sticker that says, girls just want to have sun. And I know I want that to overlap my photo. And I am going to keep the embellishments on this layout really simple. And I know this ahead of time because anytime I create a background that has a ton of really bright colors and patterns, I want to keep the background, like the background is the focus. And so my embellishing becomes very simple. So I've added just a little black and white border to my photo. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Stays On ink pad and my Ink Road stamps, and I'm going to stamp directly on my photo. And that little Creative Freedom stamp is going to become kind of my title element for this page. And I really like the way that those stamps work with the Stays On ink, and they stamp really well on top of my photos. They're a nice, crisp, high quality stamp. And so that kind of helps a lot in terms of getting a really crisp image on your photo directly. So now I have grabbed some of my SpiegelMom scrap sequins, and the collection that I am mainly working with this month in my Killer Kit with Style is the Music to My Heart. I've also pulled out, and you'll see in a minute, the black tie event that has the bigger size black ones. And I'm using those to kind of create these little elements that look like flowers. And so it's kind of hard to see on the screen. But basically, each of those little areas gets a black outline like you're seeing me make right now. And then it's going to be made to look like a flower on the inside. So I have gone around the Love pattern paper with the peach colored sequins just to outline all the way around. And I use my Zots to put those down in a circle. But then because I'm filling in these little circles completely with sequins, I can just use my tape runner, and I used that to go ahead and be able to fill that little circle with adhesive, and then I can just stick my sequins down and I don't have to pull up individual Zots to do that. So I've made the outline of it black, and then I've put a gold circle in the middle and then one kind of peach colored in the very center. And I have 3 of those in a visual triangle around my layout. So there's one kind of in that top right hand corner, one in the middle left, and then one in the bottom. And I felt like my cut file needed a little bit of color to kind of make it stand up off that background. So I just grabbed a black marker and I'm going around the outside edge of the cut file. And I feel like that's giving it a lot more definition. so that you can kind of see that element as a separate piece from the background. So I'm taking that black pen and I'm just tracing around all of the areas of this cut file that don't end up having any pattern paper inside of them, because they are the ones that were kind of getting lost in the background. And so adding just that little bit of pen detailing really makes it so that those spots stand out a lot more. And you can really see the fun details of this cut file on the layout. And because I'm using a black and white photo, that's just another way it's bringing in additional kind of black and white elements that really helps that photo to kind of stand out and be the star. And so I have that little puffy sticker camera, but that's basically going to do it as far as embellishing goes. So I would encourage you this week to work with a cut file and sequins and to do some stamping right directly on your photo. That kind of creates a unique title element. And that's going to do it for me. So I'll be back to see you again soon. Make sure you stop by and check out SpiegelMom Scraps and all the amazing sequin mixes over there. Bye!